Hello everyone, welcome back to my weekly series of price action based technical analysis. I trust you've had a great week in the markets. So today we are diving deep into the XAUUSD market structures as new speculations about the Fed possibly exercising another rate hike before year ends resurfaces again. The upcoming week holds promise as we eagerly anticipate next week's crucial inflation data and the subsequent Fed meeting. But before we go into the details on that one, the previous week was nothing short of spectacular for us all in this community. Inflation as measured by the CPI data surged yet again, hitting 3.2%. This renewed vigor has raised the possibility of the Fed tightening its monetary policy further. And of course, the aftermath of this news was a bearish sentiment that paved the way for a bearish setup, resulting in a remarkable 700 pips minimum in price movement in our favor. If you are interested in reviewing this commentary for educational purposes, you can find the link right in the description below or at the top right hand side of your screen if you are watching from my YouTube channel. As we gear up for the new trading week, I have conducted a comprehensive analysis as always of the current market conditions. This analysis employs straightforward parameters such as trend lines, key levels, and chart patterns to gain valuable insight into the historical price movement of the gold commodity market. However, please keep in mind that this video is for educational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. My goal here is to equip you with valuable insight into the XAUUSD chart and enhance your proficiency in price action analysis. Remember, Forex trading carries inherent risk, so always proceed with caution and consider consulting a professional financial advisor before making any investment decisions. With our foundations in place, let's dive right into the business. Now, considering the crucial juncture where the price currently stands, we will begin with an in-depth top-down analysis of this asset to gain a fundamental understanding of the potential course of action for the upcoming week. And as usual, we shall be taking the daily time frame into perspective, and what I did here on the daily time frame after considering the nature of price action in the last 1 year, it is quite obvious that price action has been very bullish. And in fact, we have a couple of ascending trend line which further buttresses the strength of the buyers in this market. However, things are becoming a little bit dicey at this point in time, as you will notice that since the month of May, price has consistently found lower highs in this market. However, despite the lower highs which characterize the nature of sellers in this market, we are yet to see a significant breakdown of structure to give us a lower low to further emphasize the strength of the sellers. And in fact, if you looked at what has been going on here since the beginning of the year, I have a key level identified at the 1915 level, which I'm going to be using to guide our trading decisions for the week. And in fact, if you look at how price action has played around that area, it is quite clear that this level had played a major role in determining the direction of price action. Now look at what happened here at the beginning of the year. We saw selling pressure here. We saw the breakout of structure, and since the breakout happened here in the month of March, price has been finding buy pressure around that area. So when price comes into this level, we have seen how sellers struggled as buy pressure always spring out of that zone. And if you look at what happened last week, price is gradually approaching and back into that structure, making it a crucial moment in this particular market. Now, in addition to this key level that we have here is a pattern that suggests a potential uptrend continuation. Now, if you take a closer look at this, let me zoom things in a little bit. You will see that we have an impulsive move that brought us into this point, and you can see how price action had gradually transitioned into an uptrend continuation pattern in the form of a wedge. Now, when we have something like this, we expect from a technical standpoint that price action breaking out of the structure will be all we need to incite an uptrend continuation. But it's not all the time price action falls into this kind of setup, hence we want to be as open as possible, hereby considering the potentials that the sellers also have in this market. And of course, we know how we have been noticing lower highs since the last couple of months now. And in that regard, that wouldn't mean that price cannot break down the 1915 level and of course the ascending trend line to incite a trading opportunity to the downside. Now, with this information here, I would like us to look at what has really been going on in the last couple of weeks, and in order to do this, we shall be scaling down into the 4 hours time frame, where I was able to identify a simple setup that we shall be using to guide our trading decision for next week. But before we go into the 4 hours time frame, I would like us to take a quick look at the fundamental factor that will be driving price movement in the coming week. And as a result of this, we shall be looking at the economic calendar. And for those who have been with me for a while in this community, you all know by now that these fundamental factors often manifest on the chart in technical patterns and price movement. By monitoring the economic calendar, we can easily identify potential correlations between key economic releases and specific technical patterns on the chart, hereby giving us valuable information that will make us position ourselves in such a way that we can capitalize on any potential move prior, during, and even after the event. So on the economic calendar, we shall be focusing on high impact events from the economy that will be affecting this asset, and of course we shall be looking at the US economic docket. Now, the first high impact event for next week is the consumer price index. We all know how important this is, and it's coming on Wednesday, September 13th. It measures the inflation impacting the purchasing power of consumer and influencing market expectations about central banks' policies and interest rates. Then on Thursday, September 14th, we have the producer price index, another very important event, and then the retail sales comes up simultaneously on that day. Then on Friday, we have the Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index, another index that gauges consumer confidence in the US economy, which of course is going to be a key determinant of if there's going to be a rate hike or not next week, the upper week, sorry. And of course, you can see that this week is laced with a handful of high impact events, which of course, we as technical traders, we want to see how the market will be anticipating this event, which will reflect on the chart as price action. Now, talking about price action, we shall be scaling down into the 4 hours time frame, where I was able to identify a simple setup that we are going to be using for this week. Now, what I did here was to take into consideration the nature of price action in the last couple of weeks, and in fact, you will see here that buyers are gradually gaining some momentum in this market, as you will see that since the 21st of August, price had consistently found higher lows here, giving us an ascending trend line to work with. Now, remember we have our key level. This is our key level right here at the 1,915. Hold on a second. Let me mark that out so that we can have a visual understanding of what we are talking about here. So we have the 1,915 level, and as you will see, we begin to notice some buy pressure resume around that area during the second half of last week to project the potential of buyers at this point in the market. Now, to take a further step to confirm the potentials of buyers here, I will be considering this impulsive move that you will see here. And of course, whenever we have an impulse leg like this, we expect at some point in time there will be some profit-taking activities going on in the market, which would reflect on the chart as a retracement phase. Now, how far will that retracement phase go? Well, let's use our Fibonacci retracement tool, run it through the previous impulse leg, and we shall be aiming at our golden zone situated between the 50 and the 78.6%, as you will see here. So this is the area where we want to be looking out for patterns and structures that will support the idea of an uptrend continuation. And one interesting thing about this golden zone area is the fact that it also shares a beautiful confluence with both the ascending trend line and the key level at the 1,915 level. Now, this begs the question going into the new week. Will price action respect the ascending trend line one more time to incite an uptrend continuation, and of course respect the key level too as well? Or are we going to be seeing a scenario where the trend line and the key level will be broken to the downside, retest of structure to incite a downtrend scenario? So you can see how crucial this juncture is, but trust me, I will be with you in the comment section during the early hours of the week after monitoring how participants in this market will be reacting to this crucial juncture in this market to give you an insight into what I think is likely going to be happening, at least for the first half of the new week. So I will be pausing the video here, and if you have found this content helpful and useful in making your independent trading decision for the week, I would greatly appreciate your support by giving the video a thumbs up. Your likes are valuable to me and helps the algorithm promote the video to a wider audience of traders who may find the material beneficial. Thank you in advance for doing so. If you haven't already, I encourage you to follow me on this channel for more of this insightful content. By subscribing, you will always stay updated with the latest ideas I share and of course receive notifications whenever I upload new videos and commentaries. See you all in the comment section on Monday morning as we prepare for the new week. Do have a wonderful evening, everyone. Bye bye.